Hello and welcome to the Nova Show Real Estate Records. I'm BreeAnn Motta, your host for today's episode. And joining me is Kyle Law. Kyle is a Utah real estate professional known for his client-focused approach and steady guidance throughout the buying and selling process. He has built his business on clear communication, strong relationships, and helping clients make confident decisions in a fast-moving market. Working with a wide range of buyers and sellers across different price points, Kyle brings a practical, solution-driven mindset to real estate. Today, we're talking about his journey and what he sees in the current market and how he helps clients navigate big financial decisions. Let's dive in. Hi, Kyle. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's super exciting to have you here. Thank you again.
I really appreciate you asking me to.
Yeah, That's exciting. So tell me, how did you get into real estate?
So my sister-in-law has been a lender for years and years and years. And I bought a house and the process was absolutely terrible. And then I saw my mom and dad that had a home buy a smaller home and the way that they were treated. And I was like, I could do this way better than all these suckers. I'm going to.
Right. Dang.
So that's actually how I got into real estate. Is I didn't like how people were being treated in our community.
I love that. That's good. So you had a mindset of just changing it up and wanting it to do it your way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how do you feel like you've changed that?
So I feel like there's a lot of people in our industry that are focused on rinse and repeat. Not all of them, but a lot of people that I've talked to in the community have given me the feedback that they feel like they were just another number. I don't even know if you know that, like, most people that bought their house, their realtor, they don't even know where they're at, what their name is, or even how to find them if they could.
So true.
So with me, I try to make it more personable. Like, I feel like the more personable you are to that person and stay in front of them and bring value, for heaven's sakes, not just be like, hey, you got to lead. I don't even talk about real estate. I just give them value and business comes.
I love that. So how do you feel like you're getting that business? Like, you just feel like...
I don't, like I said, I never paid for any leads. There's a lot of people that think like that's the way to go. Pay for leads. I feel like a lot of those agents, not all of them, but a lot of them rinse and repeat. Like, they're just another number. To me, I know their kids' names, where they go to school, if they have kids' sports, what sports they're in, when their birthday is, what their anniversary is, what their favorite color is. And I just stay in front of them with systems and processes that we put together to make sure that they know that, like, I have their best interest at heart. Not what about real estate? I'm talking about just in life in general. Like, nothing's better than sending a kid a $2 bill, $2 on their birthday, and having them open up in front of their mom and dad and just being like, they remember that. People will remember how you make them feel, not what you did.
For sure. And I think, like, as a kid, I know my kids would see a $2 bill and be like, dang, that's so cool.
Yeah. I can't wait till the other ones come out.
Right? I know, huh? It'll be interesting to see how those ones will look, right?
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, right. When you first started, what felt the most challenging or unexpected?
So, to be honest with you, nobody told me when I was in school, the stuff you would learn in school is not really what you do in real estate. Number one. Number two would probably be the most negotiating isn't with the other agent. It's with your client. Getting them to understand by showing them data and not telling them, but just showing them proof of, like, your house isn't worth way more than everybody else's just because it's yours. Nobody cares that your daughter got married in the backyard. Those are hard conversations to have.
Yeah.
You can't go at it like that. So I thought that people would be, like, more in reality than they were.
Yeah.
So helping them to understand and showing them the data and letting them think they're leading you to understanding that truth is probably the best advice I could give a new agent, is just let them come up with the price of the home.
I love it.
Through the data you show them.
Yep. That's great. I mean, because that's what's going to show them more realistically what's going on, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I love that. That's really good. I like that. Looking back, what was one early lesson that still shapes how you work today?
People remember how you treat them and the way that you bring value to them. And they'll also remember if you don't. If you treat them like a number, they'll feel like a number. They'll let everybody know that working with you or whatever situation, whether it be good or bad, they're going to talk because people like to talk about what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
So if you're giving them a good experience, they're going to tell 10 other people how great that experience is.
Yep.
Because we talked about it, buying and selling a home, there's usually something serious going on in someone's life.
I agree.
It could be a happy thing, like a marriage, a new baby, maybe a promotion, but it also could be like a death in the family, a loss of job, you know, maybe so all the kids have moved out of the house and now you got to downsize. A lot of people think, oh, that will be a great experience. Actually, a lot of people have a hard time with empty nesting.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I agree. Yeah, that's a hard one, you know, because they've had so many memories in the home.
Exactly.
So
like their daughter that got married in the backyard.
Yep.
So that's why his house is worth $200 million more, you know, to him, that's very valid.
Right.
You can't take that experience away from that person when they're trying to price their house. All you can do is show them facts and let them come to the conclusion like, yeah, even though I value my house at this, a house is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
I agree. Yep. That is so true. I love that. That's a really good, you know, lesson to learn as well as listening, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How would you describe your approach when helping clients through a big decision?
So my tactic is I don't give pressure in any way. I give them all the facts, the access to me to ask any questions whatsoever that I can answer, and then time to process all that information. BreeAnn and a lot of people say, hey, let me pray on it. Do it. Yeah. You know, do whatever you got to do to make sure. I always tell my clients too, if you're not comfortable, don't pull the trigger. Like you have to be 100% comfortable in the situation, the purchase, whatever it is, any situation that you're in real estate. If it doesn't sit in your gut, do not do it.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, and it makes it harder of a transaction when they're wishy-washy and you're not helping them understand and guiding that as well, right?
I feel like if they're wishy-washy, then I'm not doing my job properly. I feel like if they have enough evidence and wishy-washy and not ready are two different things.
Yeah.
If somebody's ready, willing, and able to buy real estate, if they're wishy-washy, then that's my problem. I'm not showing them the value that they need.
Yep.
If they're like foot in and out, in and out, in and out, that just means they're not ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's true. That's very true. What do you think clients value most about your process once they've worked with you?
The feedback that I get, because I like to track things, right? Always ask for some good things and some bad things, what they would change in the process so that I can make myself better and more available to my clients in different ways. I would have to say the ability to not be pushy. Like everybody heard commission breath, right? To know that like you have their best interest at mind when all of your clients literally say, I could tell they cared about me individually and my needs, not their needs. That's probably the best thing that you could ever hear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes like people say, well, I wish they were more available at time and this like that. So I think getting systems and processes in place so you can be everywhere without being anywhere.
That's awesome.
Is the best thing that you could do. And I'm telling you, it takes time. I'm still working on it. It's a continuous thing, but with technology and all the stuff we have, you can put out videos that have different information so that they're like, hey, look at this real quick. I'll be available for a phone call this time, so that they get the information that they need. So they're not scatterbrained and like trying to figure it out and getting all frustrated, but still be able to get on the phone with you later on and be like, hey, I watched your video. It explained a lot. Can you explain this a little bit more?
Yeah.
And then that way they get all the information they need.
Yeah. That's genius.
Yeah.
That's really, really great. How, like, you just from years experience, like you've kind of know roughly what they're kind of going to ask or something? Or?
I ask people all the time if they call me, like, what can I tell you more? Right. At an open house, I have a questionnaire. Anytime someone writes me an email, a text message, or calls me and asks a question, I make a video about that question. Because if they're questioning that, how many other people are going to question that same thing?
Yeah.
So it's just like a process of an elimination.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't understand, like, okay, well, we had an appraisal that did an inspection and they had these things that needed fixed. And then I had an inspection and these things needed to be fixed. Why do we have two different lists of things that need to get fixed.
Mm.
A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's, conditional, some appraisals, you have to have certain things done to get the loan.
That's true.
That's completely different from a home inspection.
Yeah.
Than,
I agree. Yep.
Stuff like
and
that.
depending on which loan, type it is too,
exactly.
right? Because it's depending on, if you do VA, I mean, they're super strict, I've heard.
Yep.
USDA, there's different ones. So.
And then you have, there's so many different products out there to help people get into a home. I know a lot of people think they can't, but I always tell people, step on that financial scale. You'll never know what you can do until you do, and nothing will happen if you don't.
Right.
So what do you have to lose?
Yeah. And I think too, like making sure they understand that they've got to kind of shop around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to find, just like when you're purchasing a home, you have to be comfortable with people you're working with. If you're not comfortable, keep looking, because there's plenty of people in the industry. There's some amazing people in this industry that have everybody in the community's best interests at mind, but it's not like that all across the board. And I know that we've had a lot of people have, bad experiences. Yep. And my goal is to change that in people's minds. Like, you can have a really good experience in real estate if you have the right people you're working with.
Yeah, I love that. That's so great. It's a good idea. Right now, what are buyers and sellers most concerned about in today's market?
This is funny to me, but it also, how do I say this? A lot of people say the market's going to crash. How many times have you heard that?
A bazillion over
the
years.
A bazillion times. But we have the Great Recession and the Great Depression. And the reason they call them great is because it happens so few and far between.
Yes.
People don't know what to do with the economy. I bought my first house when I was 18 years old. I paid $120,000 for it. I paid double-digit interest rates, right? And people today are like, oh my gosh, it's 6.5%, 7% interest rate. Interest rates go up and down. The price you pay for the house will always be the same. And if you look like over history, and I'm not a lender, let's just say that. I'm not a lender, but I can read data.
Yes.
I can understand that, historically, interest rates have been nines.
Yes.
8.5, 9s.
Yep.
So we're still below the medium for historic, interest rates.
For sure.
It's a great time to buy. And people are like always thinking, well, the house prices are way more higher than they were before. That's why it's great to buy real estate.
Yeah.
Because it's always going up. If it crashes,
it's
always recovered.
Yep, exactly.
Don't sell your house then. Rent it out.
Yeah. Yep.
I tell people
Another
all the
income.
time. Mm-hmm.
So great.
There's so much financial freedom with real estate. It just makes me really excited, because if I knew when I was a kid what I know now, the life that I would have would be completely different. I want to give that to our generations coming up, the future generations, because I feel like there's so much more technology and ways to find information out that we didn't have when we were littler. But let's help these kids capitalize on that.
For sure. I love that. That's really good, because we don't want them to be scared to where we are always thinking in our heads that they're never going to be able to buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to start it now for them to be financially, good.
Absolutely.
Do that, right?
And education's everything.
Yep.
If you're a young kid, even if you have a young family, buying a duplex is a great option.
Right.
Great option. You live in one side, you rent out the other side. It's not going to pay for the whole thing, but I mean, it's just a great way to use real estate to become financially free eventually.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good. It's so true as well.
Stepping stones. What I tell them.
Yeah, I love that. What's a misconception you find yourself correcting often?
That you need 20% down to buy a house. So you do need 20% down to do some things, but like investment properties or certain loans that will require that. But there's programs out there that you can buy a house with nothing down. Yeah. I literally just closed one last week. The guy came out of pocket $1,000 on his earnest money, and because of the way I negotiated the contract, he got that back at closing. So
that's cool.
So he didn't pay anything.
Right. I mean, that's ideally what you want.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can put that down now towards furniture or whatever he's wanting to do.
Exactly.
That's so cool. That's, I think, a big win, right? Like,
sure. For him, I mean, he was scared. He was one of the ones that were like super scared to like pull the trigger on even stepping on the financial scale to see what he needed to do. And when he did, he's like, I didn't even think I'd be able to qualify. And I was like, yeah. And now him and his son live in this house. It's just them two. They have a nice house, big old yard. He's super happy. And I feel like that kind of left burden off his shoulders
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he
sure.
seemed really happy with the process.
That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. When a deal gets stressful, how do you keep your clients grounded and confident?
I keep them out of it as much as possible.
Okay.
So a lot of people, they're like, hey man, the roof's falling off. You know, this is what I try to tell the other agent that I'm working with. Like, hey, let's figure out what works best for both parties so everybody gets what they want and can move on in the direction that they need. Everybody needs it to work out.
Yes.
They need it to work out, get into their new house or whatever it is they got going on, and we need it to work out for us as well.
Yeah.
So if there's issues, let's us as agents do our job and protect the client and only give them the information needed.
Yes.
Full disclosure on things they need to know about.
Correct.
That's it.
100%. I think that's so good too. It's everybody wants the deal to work somehow, some way. So if you work it all together and are one big team, it makes the transaction just 1,000 times easier. Right?
I've ran into it a couple times where I feel like people think they need to win the situation. Like it's a negotiating power trip. That's you're making the deal about yourself, not about your clients. And I feel like some of the people that have done that I've worked with, I've only seen them once. You know what I mean? They're not around very long. I feel like if you just focus on the people and what they need,
I love it,
and help them win every time.
Yes.
And it also helps you win every time because they tell their friends, I promise.
Yes. And I think too, when you can kind of bounce off between the agents, you learn more in the process, right?
Absolutely.
And it gains more knowledge for both of you in the buyers and sellers transaction because of this incident that had happened, and you came together as a team to make it work for both parties.
That's what I love about real estate. It's could be the same kind of loan, same house, same whatever, same style, whatever. It's never the same. Ever. It's always different. There's so many different ways to buy a house with different kinds of financing, creative financing. This thing happens that didn't happen on this deal, that happens. So when someone says, hey, I want a regular deal, I'm like, tell me what a regular deal is, because I've never seen one.
Right.
So
you're like, where is this regular deal? Because this has never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe on a one-off.
Yeah. There was one time that I had a really smooth transaction, and I was like, that was really weird.
You're like, are we sure?
Are we sure?
We're sure.
We're done.
Yeah. There's nothing like hiding in the background.
Exactly. Those are fewer and far between. I mean, people think that realtors' jobs are super easy. They're not. Like,
oh, they're not.
If you're really doing a good job in the community and you're working all the time, it's a very rough job. But it's something that I will never ever. I'll always have to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Because you love it.
I love it. I love what it does for our community. It gives me the freedom to live the life that I want to live.
Yeah.
And it's not like chains, you know what I mean? Like it's busy,
right?
And you have to work. You have to work. I work a lot of hours.
Yes, you do.
But I also get the freedom to be like, you know what? I want to go do this for a minute.
Yeah.
And be able to go do it.
Yep.
You know, it creates that freedom. But people are like, I want to get into real estate so I can make my own schedule. Well, good luck with that.
Doesn't always happen like that at the beginning, right?
No, it takes time.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Even now you got to find, balance, obviously, but at the same time, it's a lot of work, and you got to do the work before you can get there, right?
When people tell me, I ask people all the time when they come to the brokerage or other places, like, why did you get into real estate? They think, I want to make a lot of money quick. Well, it's not going to be quick. I promise you that. And it isn't easy money. A lot of people think that it's easy money. No. It is not easy money. So if you're willing to work for it, though, you can make a ton of money in the industry.
Right. It's just the grind, right?
It is. It's the grind. It's like, what are you willing to sacrifice? If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody gets their license.
That's right.
But not everybody does it.
Very true. Very true.
So,
yes.
Yeah, easiest thing to get into, hardest thing to stay into.
Yeah. So. I agree. Yeah. What do you feel like has kind of helped you continue, finding that balance, but then keep pushing yourself and going? So
discipline, number one, my schedule is ... all the way down. And I do the same thing every week. Repetition, to a point where it gets boring. It gets boring because you're doing the same thing over and over again. What keeps it exciting is the different clients,
Yeah.
the different situations,
Yes.
the different transactions.
Right.
You know, are we doing a commercial deal? What do we need to do on this deal? Are we doing a land deal? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Are we just doing, buying houses? Am I helping an investor buy a fourplex, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And that's what keeps it going and exciting. The other thing that keeps me going is the ability to give back to the community in different ways.
I love that.
I don't think there's any other industry other than, even that. Like, I believe it's the only industry that allows you to meet the people in the community on a different level and allows you to give back to the things that are needed in the community.
Yes.
So
I love that. That's so cool. It's so good too, because like that's definitely a huge thing, is just standing out and making that impact on them, right? Like
exactly.
It's making that community, making your own community, right?
Well, if we don't help the young people and the older people be protected and taken care of, then we don't have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I said in the beginning, the reason I got into this industry is I saw how people were being treated. They're making the biggest purchase, if one of them, if not the biggest purchase of their life.
Yes.
Everything they've worked for, they're trusting you with.
Yep.
So how would it be if I didn't look at their best interest all the time throughout the whole transaction?
Yeah. How do you balance being strategic with being responsive in a fast-moving industry?
So balance, I'm going to be honest with you. Whether it be, like your health, your spiritual, your business, your family life, it's a continuous battle. Like I could be killing it in real estate, and maybe like my home life isn't as good, or maybe there's times where I'm like being a really good dad, but my health is suffering or whatever. But to be honest with you, my spiritual, if I stay focused on that, all the other stuff kind of falls into place.
I love that.
But we live in a world where sometimes our mind gets, preoccupied.
Yes.
And that's just, so it's a balancing act.
Yeah,
basically.
sure.
But those
Ebbs and
systems
flows, right?
and processes that you get into place, you'll never have stability long-term in real estate without systems and processes.
I love that. That's good. Yeah, that's true. I mean, because if you don't, you're just chaotic, right? It's everywhere. And you don't know where to really focus on and hone in on.
Exactly. And
because you've got so many hands in a pot to
if
go
you're
everywhere.
all over the place, you can't even track what's really working. I found that out. That's why I hired a coach, is because I was all over the place. I was like, okay, look, I'm killing it, but I don't know why or where or how, right?
Right.
So being able to get those systems and processes in place and track those numbers, like these are the things that are working for me.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of new agents, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, open houses don't work for me. Okay, well, how many do you do? How long have you been doing it? What do you do before the open house?
What are your plans?
What is your preparation for the week before the open house? How many people did you talk to about it?
That's great.
You know what I mean? It's not the open house itself. It's what you did before and how many people you talked to before the open house. You'll get some clients from an open house. You'll get way more from the people you talk to before the open house even happens.
I love that. That's so true. It is 100% true. It is how you plan before, because you can't just stick a sign out and just be like, oh, yep, open house.
I'm going to be here tomorrow from 1 to 3.
Can't do it.
Nope.
Because that's when you get a dud of an open house, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. The preparation is in.
Now, that's just one part of it. I mean, like some people, I don't like door knocking.
Okay.
It's just not something that I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people are good at it.
Right.
I know people that get a lot of business from that.
Right.
That's just not my thing.
Yep.
I will knock the 2 doors on side of my open house and the 10 in front just to tell them, hey, there's going to be some traffic coming through. We have an open house across the street. Do you mind if I put a sign in your yard if I have to?
Oh, okay.
Just to get their permission. So I'm just not putting stuff in their property without asking them. A lot of people do that in this industry, and people get really upset about that.
Yes.
The other thing I do is after the open house is done, I go back and thank them and give them a gift card.
Oh, I love that.
For like a swig or something like that. I've gotten so much business just from, don't even say anything about real estate.
Yeah.
Just give them a swig card, say thank you very much, and walk away.
Genius.
You'd be surprised at how many people are like, wait, what?
That is so smart.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
So that helps.
That's good. Dang. All right. That's a good one. What habits or systems have helped you stay consistent in your business?
Okay. A lot of people don't understand that if you want your business to thrive, at least this is what's been my experience. If there's something in my personal life that is lacking, if I focus on that and fixing that, my business flourishes. Every
Really?
time I'm in a rut, anytime that I feel like I don't know what's going to happen the next month, or I don't have anything in escrow for the next month to close or whatever, and I'm not used to that, like I'm like, okay, well, what's out of balance in my personal life? I get that on track. It's weird how it works. I don't understand that. It's weird. But
cool.
for me, if I focus on something personal in my life and changing that, it just flows.
That's
it's
awesome.
crazy every time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good kind of point in life, right? Like,
I feel like, well, if you're focusing on what you don't have, you're going to have more of what you don't have. I'm a big law of attraction person. My last name's Law. So that's why.
Love it.
What I
Yes.
mean.
Yes.
So, and I do
That's
believe
so
in
great
that.
though.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a good point. And anybody that's, into books or, any of those ones, like it's true. Like reading those and having that in your life, like really helps like balancing the rest out and kind of flourishes through the rest of what you're doing.
Life's too short to have problems all the time. I think Elon Musk said that.
Right?
Somebody, one of them.
Probably.
But if you focus on all the problems, you're going to have more. If there's something that you can fix that you're not fixing, it's usually the one thing that you're avoiding the most that will give you the most like projection in your business.
Oh, I love that.
The one thing that you're like not even putting on the list because it bugs you so much you don't want it on the list. That one thing, you do that thing, that list looks like nothing after that.
Dang. There you go. That's so true. I love that saying. That's a really great. I love that. I'm going to take notes on this.
That's the truth.
It's so true though. In today's market, what do you think separates a good agent from a great one?
Rinse and repeat, or personality. Like, is your business personal? Do you really not because you say it, but do you really have their best interest at heart? Are you willing to like lose out a little bit for yourself and what you want for them to get the deal done and get what they need? And I'm not just talking about financially.
Right.
There's a lot of sacrifices you have to make sometimes to get a deal to go through. There's a lot of agents that are unwilling to do those things.
Yeah. So speak of maybe like one instance.
So there was one time a deck needed to be painted. There was none of my contractors were available to paint the deck. We were closing. It had to be painted because it had peeling paint. It's a VA loan.
Gotcha.
So I went over and painted the deck on the weekend by myself to get the deal to go through. Stuff like that happens all the time. It's not something that you want to make yourself continuously, because that's really not our job.
Right.
But is it?
Right.
Is it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do you want the deal to go through? Do you want these people to get, and you're the only one that's available to do it?
I love that.
Sometimes
That's
you got
awesome.
to.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
or maybe
a new,
both parties are out of money.
Yeah.
Both parties are out of money. This one's a short sell. Okay. They need, CO2 detectors. The buyer's doing an own in Ogden. You know what I mean? There's certain guidelines for that own in Ogden case. So not only do you have, the inspector that comes through for the own in Ogden, but you also have the appraisal that comes through, their inspection. They don't have any money in these things to make the deal work for them to get the funding and to get the own in Ogden grant. Take these things. Who's paying for that? Are you going to be willing to pay for that and take it on the back end?
I guess you'd have to, right? Or
if you want it to go through,
right?
That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain things that you have to be willing to do for your clients that not all of us are.
Yeah. I like that.
Or even
That's
have
true.
the ability to do. Because I mean, if you're a new agent, money's tight.
It's tight.
It's tight.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you have to have money to get into this industry, but I think for a newer agent, if they have just a little bit of money, and it's the what if fund, you don't touch it.
Yeah.
Unless what if they need CO2 detectors in this house and neither one of them have money, go pay for them. Give that receipt to the title. Have it in writing that they'll take it out of title or whatever to put that money back into that fund.
Yeah.
And make sure it just rotates back. I work with a partner right now. We needed new carpet. We needed paint. We have $10,000. We use that 10 grand to get it all done. At closing, it goes back into the fund. That's how you help older people that are trying to move get the most out of their home. And we're not taking extra.
Right.
We're just paying
Right.
ourselves back.
Yeah.
Our job is to help them get the most they can for their property.
Yeah.
Are you willing to give your own money and put your name on the line and say, I'm going to do this because I know I can?
Yeah.
Or are you
That's
going to
crazy.
just say that you can do it?
I don't think I've ever heard that before, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if I've had any agent point that out. That's so,
It's
like,
the truth.
it's amazing. That's amazing. Like, that's a huge like nugget right there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because I mean,
Crazy.
you say you're good at your job.
Right.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you willing to put 10 grand of your own money into somebody's house,
Yeah.
hoping you'll get it out? Or will you get it out?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. You know,
It's a back and forth.
you never know.
Right.
We'll see what happens. Well, we're batting 1,000. We do pretty good.
That's
so.
cool. That's awesome. Like I said, that is a really good nugget to have because I don't think I've had any agent even, possibly come up with, out of the box thinking, right? It's definitely one of those that if you're a really good agent, you got to think outside the box.
Our job's to solve problems, not have all the answers, but have a solution to almost anything. If it can be fixed, it's our job to figure out how that is going to be fixed.
And it's for us to be, a buyer or seller and have somebody on our side to do that because you guys have the knowledge and, to think about that stuff. Like, that's really good to have, like, know that you're in my corner to do that kind of stuff. Like,
And
that's
if
good.
you can call anybody that I worked with last year and ask them, they know who worked with them because I still talk to them this year. When you're done with the transaction, that doesn't mean that your relationship, real estate is a lot like dating, but it's like after you break up, it's not like you're breaking up. You're just like, you're seeing them on the side still, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Right. Yeah.
But you want to make sure you stay in front of them.
Right.
Not just because you want them to use them again, because they actually brought value to your life. You've learned something from them. Maybe you've taught them some things.
I love that.
And now you have a relationship.
Yeah.
That's the real payday.
I love that. That's so true. I love that. That's a great ending. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here and taking the time. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And we'll see you guys later.
All right. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please rate us, like us, and share this podcast with our real estate community. The Nova Show Real Estate Record, sharing raw stories of real estate, failures, lessons, wins, and successes. This is all from Novation Title, bringing a different experience into your world so that we can all uplift each other. Until next time.